I surprised? No, not really. You were everything I expected to be. I just took you lightly. I took my training lightly. Thought it was going to be another walk in the park. And I came up short. But it's not what my issue is. My issue is now you've made this personal. You've brought families into it. To the point where now we're not looking back. And you want to go again, you want to go one last time. One last time to really settle this issue. Well, buddy, I accept your challenge, but I have a request. And this is going to be the last time that we truly go at it. I'm going to make sure I beat you down into the depths of hell. So why not let's make this a street fight? Huh? Because I need to get my life back. In order to get my life back, I need to get you out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, where I am right now is where BWA's Heatwave took place just a week and a half ago. This is where we determined who was going to face me in 2.5 weeks at Tribute to the Fallen to see who becomes the first ever Backyard Wrestling Alliance champion. And if you guys haven't seen the amazing event, please tune in and watch because it's an amazing event. But if you guys have seen it, let me give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. Damien Wolfe, the lone wolf himself, skinned the cat. He barely survived, but he survived. And in just 2.5 weeks, he will be facing me in the first ever championship match. And in a way, it's kind of poetic, isn't it? It's kind of Shakespearean even, that the guy who was there for the beginning of my career, the peak of my career back in the Federation, and now is here in the most important match of my career, is here again. History does indeed repeat itself. And honestly, I am a little annoyed. Why wouldn't I be? Every single time I'm trying to step up, I'm trying to go to a different level, go to the highest level, he's always there to interfere. This is the guy that has been my worst of enemy, but my greatest of friend. And I honestly don't know how to feel, but honestly, I couldn't see it happening any other way. So in a way, I'm looking forward to it because maybe this might be my opportunity to write the final chapter of this story and end the Damien AJ saga. But this isn't just about that. This isn't just about a championship match. This isn't just about the Backyard Wrestling Alliance. This is also a story about me. Now, in case you aren't familiar, I was known as a different name. My name used to be James Ramsey. I was a man who was driven by vengeance. I didn't like how the Federation was ran. I didn't like what people did with the Federation, and I thought it was a joke. And I was the biggest punchline. And then, so I went out there on my own, and I tried to say that I wasn't, that I was a straight shooter, that I was the guy that was going to make this company legit, that I was going to change everything. I was going to be the paradigm shift. And I thought that I did that. I thought I was the guy who was going to change it, and in a way, I changed the landscape. I am the last Backyard Wrestling Federation champion. I changed it. I ended the era of Triple X. But at what cost? I said I was going to change it, but I said I was going to change it for the better, and that is something I didn't do. Because look where we are. Is this the Backyard Wrestling Federation? It isn't. This is the Backyard Wrestling Alliance. And as champion, I am the leader. As the last champion, I was the last leader of the Federation, and I let the Federation down. It died solely because of me, because I couldn't carry it. I take responsibility for that, and I'm sorry. But just like my vengeance drove me through the Federation and I won the championship, redemption is the story that I'm running with this time. Because it's not just you guys who were disappointed in my image that I made of myself. Not just the boys in the back being disappointed that really this guy is champion. looking back at it now, being able to kind of, smell the flowers for a little bit while we had a little hiatus, I actually started to notice that my motivation was to stop being the joke, but I still made myself the biggest punchline. And now taking it more seriously, being more serious than ever about this. Looking back at what I did, I'm absolutely disgusted by myself. Because I could never say I won that fairly. I could never say I earned my spot fairly. I can never say that. I can't say that, Damien Wolfe or Patient Zero or Predator did that to me, or Triple X did, or David Dio did, etc., etc., etc. It was always me. I put myself in that position, and I am the reason why I tainted my career. And just like how I said, I drove myself through vengeance. I drive myself through redemption. And that's why, Damien, when I saw you at Heatwave at the end of the tournament, and when I saved your ass, and I shook your hand, and I said, you don't have what it takes to beat me. Damien, I know you do. I know you as Patient Zero, the best in BWF. I know you as the guy, the only man who has ever beat me in the Federation. But the fact of the matter is, you can beat me. You're the only one who has. But just know, in 2.5 weeks, you ain't beating me that night. You ain't beating me, because this is my story. I'm the protagonist. I'm the main hero of this story, and you are the villain. You are the antagonist of my story, and all I can see you as is someone that is in my way of my happy ending. So, as much as this is for the fans, as much as this is for the boys in the back, this is also for me. This is also a chance for me to do this the right way. This is a chance for me to rise from the ashes like a phoenix and actually become something that's legit. To become the first ever Backyard Wrestling Alliance champion. Because no one could ever take that away from me. No one can erase that from history. It is singed in my legacy forever. So Damien, you have 2.5 weeks to get ready for not just yours, but my most important match in my career as well. So Damien, I wish you good luck, but luck isn't going to do so much for you in 2.5